When we bought our first Coca-Cola in '88, we bought about 6.2% of the company. And at that time, they may have been 600 million servings, not any more than that a day. So we had an interest in 36 or 37 million servings. Now we have 8% of 900 million plus. So we have an interest in 75 million or so servings a day. 75 million people are drinking Berkshire Hathaway's share of Coca-Cola products today in an 8-ounce serving. And the profit's gone up a little per serving. So that gets pretty attractive.
400 million shares of Coca-Cola stock, as you know. We've never sold a share, and I wouldn't think of selling a share.
Coke is a very, very powerful marketing organization. Sold 0.7 billion cases. There's nothing like it in the world, and I do not think they've lost their focus or drive in any way whatsoever.
They've been selling Coke since 1886. They sold sell 1.9 billion 8-ounce servings a day. That's 693 billion servings a year of Coca-Cola product.
You also, in your annual report this year, talked about buying wonderful businesses at fair prices versus fair businesses at wonderful prices. How do you think about that in terms of how it contributed to the incredible success of Berkshire Hathaway, and how you see the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I was taught to buy very cheap stocks. So I'd look at the numbers, and I ended up buying what I call cigar butts. They were stocks that were so cheap, they were like finding a cigar butt. It might look kind of soggy and unpleasant, but it had one free puff left in it. And so, but the problem with that, of course, is you take the free puff and then you have to go around looking for another cigar butt. And finally, I had a partner that straightened me out, and it told me that it was much better, as Buttar quoted, to buy really wonderful businesses at a fair price instead of looking around for these things that had one puff left in them. And if you're looking for a wonderful business, it was hard to beat Coca-Cola. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Every great company listens to its consumer, and of course this company's done that throughout its history. I mean, that does not require any change in your DNA or anything of the sort. And then you just have to make it extremely convenient for people to buy it. You have to keep the price reasonable, and it's interesting. I drink classic Coke at the office, and I drink cherry Coke at home. And it's an incredible combination. Try it.
Carbonated soft drinks. The average person in this room drinks 64 ounces of liquid a year. Carbonated soft drinks are just under 30% of that. And beer and milk are each about 11 or 12%. They're both down from 10 years ago. Carbonated soft drinks are up substantially. Bottled water is up somewhat, but the only two categories that are really up are carbonated soft drinks from 10 years ago and bottled water. Coffee's down significantly. You think Starbucks has done a lot, but coffee just keeps going down and down and down. If you look at Coke, of the almost 30% of liquids consumed in the United States, they have about 43% of the 30 in their arena. So you're talking 13% of all liquids, tap water, everything else that the American people drink is a Coca-Cola product, and it's off a couple tenths of 1% from the high, but it's higher than 5 years ago. It's higher than 10 years ago.
I think there's some strong arguments that can be made that say classic Coke should never be part of anyone's diet. If such an argument could be made and you were convinced of it, would that change the way that you viewed Coca-Cola Company as part of your portfolio?
Well, I think that's a hypothetical that simply wouldn't happen. I mean, I've been drinking 5 of them a day, and maybe it's the combination of that and peanut brittle, that does the job, but I just feel terrific. But I think it's a little crazy myself to say that it's terrible if people eat hamburgers or drink Coca-Cola or eat candy or anything like that because they're likely to gain weight. That is a perfectly optional decision, and who knows whether somebody has lived a happier life that lives to 75 and overweight condition causes them to die a little sooner, or they lived to 85 and lived on
carrots and broccoli, has lived a better life. I know which one I prefer.
Quite the inevitability that you would get in the soft drink business with a Coca-Cola. You'll never get it again in the soft drink business. I mean, it took 100, I guess, the 1886, so it'd be about 111 years to get to the point where they are. And the infrastructure is incredible. And so I wouldn't put it quite in the same class in terms of inevitability. That doesn't mean it can be a better stock investment depending on the price. But you're not going to get the price from me, and knowing Charlie, I doubt if you'll get the price from him, but we'll give him a chance. He's breathing, folks. He's breathing.
We've got this down to a routine. So I have nothing to add, Warren.
Okay. I didn't have anything to say either. I just took longer.